clubs, locals and tourists just partying like crazy. It wasn't as big as Khao San Road, but it was like pretty cool. So we get there and he drops me off and he tries to offer me a tour, and it was like $25 or something to go to the temples, and he wanted me to like pick him up at or for him to pick me up at a certain time, but I didn't really have plans to wake up, especially I was gonna go to a club tonight, and I don't know when I would get back or when I would sleep or what time I would wake up, but he was really insisting on me telling him to telling me to get a tour, because there's a special sunrise tour where the sun comes up really early, and you basically get up at 4:30 in the morning, which I was not gonna do, and go see the sun directly above on top of the temple. It sounds really nice, but I just got here and I want to sleep for a little bit before I go out again. So, I mean, I wanted to tell him no in the most polite way. So he gave me his number, so I got the taxi guy's number, even though I don't really have a working phone number. I bought a SIM card that has unlimited data, but I mean, if he doesn't have WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger, I can't really call him. So I just took down his number just so, you know, he would seem like I was maybe interested in going. But yeah, that was the end of my time with the taxi driver. So he dropped me off at the downtown area. I walked down, and it was like music everywhere, and I see this really cool club with a bunch of lights, and so I was like, hey, this looks cool. Go in, and yeah, it was a party. It was a bunch of locals, but there was also some Europeans. There's a couple, good portion of white people getting their groove on, and yeah, everyone was just pretty wasted. It was like around 12 o'clock, so everyone's probably been drinking for a while, and it was pretty fun. I was getting into it after a few beers with the taxi driver. I was feeling the music and I was dancing with everyone. Got to dance with the locals, and everyone seemed pretty nice and pretty chill. I mean, so far I haven't really met anyone mean or like scamish or sketchy. So, good first night. I thought it was a pretty good night, and around 1, I think, I came back. I took another taxi. There's just a bunch of taxis at the very end of the downtown strip area, and I offered one taxi, what was it, 1,000 real, which is a fourth of a dollar. So that's like a quarter, and he told me he'll take me to my hostel for $1. So, I mean, $1 for a taxi, it's pretty cheap. So I gave him $1, took me to my hotel, and I guess this is a taxi thing, because after he dropped me off, he was really trying to convince me to take a tour around all the temples tomorrow, and wanted me to schedule a time for him to pick me up. And I really thought, like, okay, this is the second taxi driver in a row trying to get me to go to this temple tour, and I really didn't want him to. I didn't really want to take it, because, you know, I don't know if I'm actually down to wake up at a certain time tomorrow. I didn't want to set myself into a certain time schedule for him and me, so I kept telling him no, but then he kept offering me like more things. I was making an excuse, which was a valid excuse, saying I only booked one night here, and I needed to find another hostel because, I mean, this place is cool, but I want to go to a hostel with dorms so I can meet other travelers and maybe go on adventures with them and see temples with them as well. So he actually offered to pick me up at 9:30. That's the time we scheduled him to pick me up, and take me to whatever hostel I want, so I can bring all my luggage and stuff in there. And then he would take me to the temples. And originally he wanted me to pay him like $20, and I told him I'll give you 10. And he's told me his last final offer was $12. So $12 is not bad at all. I don't know really how low I could have got it, but it really doesn't make much of a difference if it's a few dollars below or above 12. So I actually took the offer and I said, sure, pick me up, take me to a hostel, and let's go see temples tomorrow, I guess. I asked him how long this whole tour would last, and he was like, however long you want. And I was like, so you would just drive me around for 4 hours? And he nodded his head. So that's a freaking deal for $12, and I plan to take my time around the temples as long as I want, and I don't plan on paying him until the very end. So sounds like a win-win situation for me. But yeah, I got back to the hostel, took a shower, feel nice and clean now. I'm ready for tomorrow, getting all my stuff charged up, my batteries, vape battery, camera batteries, GoPro. Sad thing is, I was charging my phone at the club and I had my cable sticking out of my external battery, and I was walking and it got caught on someone and it just like pulled it off. And this is my last iPhone cable. I brought 2 this trip and now both of them broke. There should be a little tip on top where I plug it in, but it's gone. So I'm at like 50% battery, and it's on airplane mode right now because I need a phone, and I'm not sure when it's gonna die. So I think one of the things to do tomorrow is to get an iPhone cable, and yeah, gotta remember that, gotta do that. But I mean, that's my story for tonight. It was pretty eventful. A lot of shit went down. Yeah, and I had a really fun time. I'm excited for what else I'm gonna get in for the next 6 nights of my stay in Cambodia. Really excited for all the videos that I'm gonna make. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Trust me. Anyways, thanks for watching. So keep updated, and I'll keep you guys updated, and stay tuned for my next adventures. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.